Hey guys, it's 30, and when life gets boring, it's nice to have a fun place to go to. Right at the comfort of your own living room, we present to you our top 25 PlayStation 4 open world games so far, all arranged by their play scores. 25 is theHunter Call of the Wild. This title, developed by Expansive Worlds and published by Avalanche Studios, will let you feel the diverse thrills of hunting in the comfort of your own living room. Step inside their visually breathtaking world and walk around to your heart's content in search of those prized trophies. Call of the Wild attempts to simulate the real-life hunting experience with an array of exotic beasts. Patience testing as it is, it's your go-to first-person shooter game without all the anxiety-inducing fuss. It has a play score of 8.13. 24 is The Evil Within 2. With this sequel to Bethesda's underrated horror game, Castellanos' nightmares were only the beginning. Returning to the shoes of our haunted protagonist, The Evil Within 2 shows off a world of unending frights. Though it marks Shinji Mikami's step down from the helm, the horrors continue in the hands of director John Johannes. Although it's not quite as exquisite as the original, with not enough memorable monsters among any other things, its difficulty curves and character direction gave it a more than decent score of 8.47. 23rd is Watch Dogs 2. They may have had a rocky start with their first title, but Ubisoft brings back the ragtag band of misfits for another cyber-sleuthing escapade. With a drastic change in tone, they put the volume down on dark narratives to put on a more light-hearted atmosphere, leaving the Chicago shores for the sunny San Francisco Bay. Go on a stealth murdering spree as you hack banks, offices, and random treadmills for your own selfish pleasure. New features and a shift in tone later, it receives a play score of 8.50. Number 22 is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. An award-winning RPG, what this Capcom open world lacks in size, it makes up for its immersion and the liberating freedoms of their fantasy settings. That is especially true for this expanded Dark Arisen version, containing additional weapons, armor, and an extra dungeon called the Bitter Black Isle. While it suffers from age-related suits, offered at a budget price, it's perfect for amateurs and veterans wanting to experience it for the second time around. With a diverse bestiary and satisfying combat, it has a play score of 8.53. 21st is Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Ubisoft's latest look at their viral shooter takes out from the limiting streets of Manhattan to a Washington DC that's ripe for the taking. Coming a long way since the invisible walls of the first game, The Division 2 fully commits to the sense of openness. This time, the world feels more organic, with new secrets and shortcuts and a variety of events that add to the narrative feel of the post-apocalypse. With over 40 hours of campaign and more in the post-launch DLC, it's a bigger world out there with a score of 8.54. 20th is A Hat in Time. This title might be a leap from the dark medieval and crime-laden titles in this list, but it works. And it's been sending us on a wholesome hat-filled adventures for a while. Dubbed as the Super Mario Odyssey for the Switchless, A Hat in Time gets to work, serving a market for the charming and magical with the journeys of their time-traveling girl. Although not completely open world, each level is divided into vast kingdoms which players are free to explore. It is endlessly delightful and it gets a play score of 8.57. 19 is Infamous Second Son. Delson is back, and with him all the powers from that fateful event and all the government baddies out to get him. With the duality system, you get to choose your own path, good or bad. Released in 2014, Second Son's visuals are an impressive feat for its time. Roaming around the districts of a rich Seattle opens players up to an array of missions and opportunities. It's a step back in some, as it ushered in a new generation of gaming, and it gets a score of 8.61. Number 18 is LA Noire. Rockstar, while known for their ever-popular Grand Theft Auto series, has even more under their hood. Considered as one of the best detective games of all time, it doesn't just wear the film noir inspirations on their sleeves. It embroils you in the experience with their unique gameplay. Coming to the PS4 with all the DLCs plus a new coat of paint, the fistfights, gunplays, and witness readings of the 1940s feels good as new, with a play score of 8.66. 17 is Far Cry 4. Far Cry 5 and New Dawn have hit the shelves, and it hasn't stopped Far Cry 4's domination on the PlayStation charts. Far from their tropical settings of their previous titles, 4 takes us to the beautiful world of Kyrat, a fictional Himalayan place filled with snow-capped mountains, mystical tribes, and the occasional evil honey badger determined to rip you to shreds. In the midst of a civil war, the title entertains as it joins together their solid shooting mechanics and lush environments. It is the perfect game to get lost, with a play score of 8.66. 16 is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Set between the events of Tolkien's Hobbit and Lord of the Rings series, Shadow of Mordor puts a spotlight on the beginnings of the one true ring. Play as the troubled ranger Talion as he ventures through Mordor along with his wraith and ringmaker friend Celebrimbor. Help them fight against the growing armies of Sauron and use their famed nemesis system to create alliances with the ferocious orc captains. Even with the release of their latest sequel, one does not simply forget the magic of the original. It has a play score of 8.66. 15 is Gravity Rush 2, the grand sequel to the world-bending game on the PS Vita. Bringing forth our love for the adrenaline rush of free falls, Gravity Rush 2 takes the series to new heights, literally. With a scale much bigger than the original, this sequel lets you immerse in the comic book environments and activities as you take on the shoes of Cat, Raven, and Sid. Continuing on the events of the last game, the main story is packed with their engrossing narratives and satisfying combat, taking you even deeper to the sights of their world. It has a play score of 8.73. Number 14 is Assassin's Creed Origins. Not the latest Assassin's Creed game. As good as Odyssey is, Origins was the start of something new for the seemingly formulaic series. Set in ancient Egypt way before the rise of the Hidden Blade brothers, it follows Bayek as he roams around their stunning deserts and architectural wonders. Heralding a move towards a more number-based RPG experience, it's one of the best recent AC titles, and its legacy will be felt for the years to come. It has a play score of 8.76. Number 13 is Dragon Age Inquisition, the third installment of the Dragon Age epic from BioWare before they went full EA. Continuing the legacy of the first two games, play as the Inquisitor and save the world from a growing threat. Awarded by many as one of the best RPG games of its year, Inquisition boasts a huge open world to explore and a story so riveting, it keeps players in their toes. Gameplay is a mix of tactical and real-time combat, and characters are as lovable as ever. It has a play score of 8.76. Number 12 is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. Dragging it back to relevance after all these years, this special edition of Bethesda's beloved and innovative open-world title, despite never technically leaving, invites us to see the world of Skyrim with brand new eyes. Revamped and refurbished, its textures and details almost rival today's lineup. Building on an already stellar reputation with over 200 Game of the Year awards, it might be the perfect entry point for the series. It has a play score of 8.79. 11 is Yakuza 0. Witness the origins of the Yakuza lore in Sega's brutal prequel to their popular beat-em-up action-adventure. Returning players into the rich aesthetics of 80s Japan, Yakuza's open world is rife with violent delights and, of course, karaoke. Taking with it all the weirdness of its setting, this Yakuza origin story is one that doesn't take itself too seriously. Injecting humor into the otherwise violent world of crime, it nails both the action and excitement of gangster side while leaving enough to uncover in the sidelines. It has a play score of 8.86. Number 10 is NieR Automata. Platinum Games' latest sexy heroine envelops you in a cloud existential dread. An absolute unit of a game, NieR is great for players looking for a good story, intense hack-and-slash combat, and a wide selection of appealing characters. Inviting some debate about their open-world status, NieR's universe may be small, sparse, and a little lacking in endgame. However, what it offers is its hubs enough to make one feel existentially tiny. Existential dread in a small package. It gets a score of 8.90. Number 9 is Fallout 4. It was good and it was bad. Then it was good and it's bad. Released 5 years after the acclaimed Fallout New Vegas, Bethesda took their time with this fifth mainline title, which makes sense considering the many changes in their Fallout formula. Still set in their open-world nuclear wasteland, its base-building focused adventures as the Soul Vault survivor is a fresh take on the series, elevating the story despite the polarizing new dialogue system. It has a play score of 9.03. Number 8 is Batman Arkham Knight. Rocksteady's open-world action-adventure changed the superhero genre in gaming forever. This third and final entry to the Caped Crusader's quest to stop crime is packed with explosive firepower, tactical mayhem, and insane futuristic gadgets that make players feel like Batman. With an expanded Gotham City, nothing is out of reach with your trusty Batmobile. Combined with your newfound weapons and gadgets, beating Gotham's finest is a piece of cake. It has a play score of 9.04. Number 7 is Horizon Zero Dawn. The future looks hauntingly beautiful in Guerrilla Games' debut to the open-world genre. This open-world action-adventure game is set in a primitive, cyborg dinosaur-infested post-apocalypse. Players control Aloy, a brave young woman dedicated to keep their culture safe. Packed with a stylish combat akin to the Uncharted series, this grand quest to save a decaying civilization from corrupted sentinels is a fine addition to this list. Its DLC, The Frozen Wilds, expands Aloy's story even further and refining its combat to please new and old fans. It has a play score of 9.10. Number 6 is Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. Larian Studios isn't holding back with this follow-up to their highly successful RPG debut. Returning to this entry is its signature deep customizations and highly interactive environments. This second installment packed with an elevated level of immersion as it brings the spirit of pen and paper RPGs to the video game world. This definitive edition makes it even better, especially on the PlayStation 4. Explore this living and breathing universe and dive deep into their vast lore. It has a play score of 9.20. Number 5 is Marvel's Spider-Man. 2018 was a great year for Spider-Man. Everyone's favorite friendly neighborhood hero takes the superhero genre in gaming to a whole new level. Heavily inspired by Rocksteady's Arkham series, this web-slinging adventure takes players to an open-world New York City, fight crime, and stop Spidey's rogues gallery one by one. With this dynamic gameplay, players can actually feel like playing the iconic superhero. It is amazing, and it has a play score of 9.24. Number 4 is Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Time and time again, we keep blaming Konami for severing its ties with Kojima. This fifth and final major installment of the Metal Gear Solid series is an emotional send-off to Snake and Kojima's story. The war for the future goes on as Venom Snake continues to destabilize the impending recreation of the Metal Gear project. Experience open-world action like never before with its unique emergent gameplay. Use your wide array of espionage abilities to finish every mission in your own unique way. It's rare when a game rewards exploration, quirkiness, and creativity. And what better way to end a fantastic franchise like that? It receives a play score of 9.25. Number 3 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. There are games that don't age well over time. CD Projekt Red's epic open-world fantasy adventure is not one of them. This Polish game continues to mesmerize players in its beautiful and grand RPG experience. The legendary Geralt of Rivia's final quest is filled with many surprises, including slaying monsters, meeting and dating cute sorceresses, and even playing a game of cards. It's always a welcome treat to our list, and it has a play score of a 9.29. Second place is Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar's fifth major GTA installment literally triples the possibilities of their open-world carnage. Featuring a cast of 3 main characters, Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, being able to switch between these 3 characters on the fly adds another layer to the GTA's already expansive gameplay, making an explosive and addictive world of criminal killing sprees. For those who seek its multiplayer options, GTA Online is a great place to make new friends and mess around. It has a play score of 9.33. And number 1 is none other than Red Dead Redemption 2. Of course, Rockstar's bravado when it comes to the open world genre is a staggering feat. Now we have 2 of their games taking over our list. Not only it improves upon its predecessor, it paved a new path to the Western genre in gaming. This prequel to the original takes players to the center of the Wild West. Ride horses, terrorize towns, take a bath at a local inn, and enjoy its bar fights. It's the greatest open world game on the PlayStation 4 right now, with a play score of 9.52. And that's it for our 25 PlayStation 4 open world games. What are your favorite titles? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if you love this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified What To Player. That's it guys, 30 here, and see you soon!